I haven't done I haven't done any research on this story, okay? I didn't plan on going live, but I am here. And I want you to know I'm really not I am not I'm not an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an entertainer. It would be nice if is there any bots in here? It'd be nice if Richard West was in here. Shout out to you, Richard West. Okay, I saw the story and I'm like, let's go live. So apparently there's a feature on here. This is a decoding channel, okay? But apparently there's a feature on here now that shows that my audio is good. Right? Is audio good? Hello, hello, hello. Audio appears to be good. And I told you I'm not an entertainer, okay? You see Trump on the thumbnail right there because we've been getting all of this energy. We've been getting all of this energy with Trump, right? Okay? As a decoder that I am, I do this daily, okay? And Trump is connecting to damn near every breakdown. So when I see a man accused of stabbing 11 people at Walmart is in Michigan authorities' custody, I mean, I know Walmart is connected to Trump by the language and by the numbers. You know, I happen to have this calculator handy. This isn't my calculator. Okay, this isn't my calculator, but I know how to utilize it. And I know Walmart has that 88 like Trump. Walmart's got the 47 and the 25 like Trump right there. Okay? And let me show you that. Let's look. TRU. When you spell it right, look at that. Okay? You see that right there? Again, this is on the fly decode. I just want to show you this 88 has been popping up, and I saved the work that I put in. I saved the work that I put in as well. So let me pull up this breakdown from Canva right here. You see that right there? Also trending, and that was connected to Trump as well. Let me see if I can do something like that. Right? So Walmart equals 88 in the language, and that's a fact. You can't take that away. Let me open this up real quick. You see, FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance. And we'll get into the story a little bit more, but I got to show you these eights that have been trending. The FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance after months of chaos and political intrigue. Right? 8 billion. Remember Malcolm Jamal Warner of the Cosby Show, he died trending, right? Look, 8 seasons of the Cosby Show. Dog the Bounty Hunter, his grandson was apparently shot. Right? Look at 8 seasons of Dog the Bounty Hunter. Remember, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So, Huxtable, right? Theo Huxtable. H, 8th letter. Dog the Bounty Hunter. H, 8th letter. Remember, Walmart equals 88. Trump equals 88. What month is right around the corner? It's the 8th month. Okay? And there was plenty more eights. Remember Hulk Hogan, H, the eighth letter of the alphabet, Hulk Hogan, HH88. Don't forget they connect Trump to, like, you know, racism, discrimination, or whatever. They connect them to Hitler, right? Hail Hitler, HH88. And don't forget Dog the Bounty Hunter looks like Diamond Dallas Page as well. So there's kind of like a wrestler theme going on there. But HH88. I had this breakdown. This stuff is all trending. This guy, as a rookie, had 4 homers in a game for the Athletics. Okay? And look at the dude in college. He had 88 on his jersey. Or, excuse me, 8. Which is like 88. Don't forget, August is right around the corner. Even Malcolm Jamal Warner, his birthday is in August. Hulk Hogan's birthday is in August. That dude right there, he's a rookie on the Athletics. Look, when I put Athletics, you get Trump's birthday right there. You see that? That's the 14th day of the 6th month. Look, that's the alphabet in reverse, if you don't know. You know, doing a live stream, I don't know. We just get bots. Maybe we hit some algorithms of some new people. This is the language. I'm ready for bot comments as well, too. If, you know, some would say this is like, I don't know what I am. Am I like a magician? Am I into witchcraft? I don't know, but I'm good with this language. And if you didn't know, my name is Matthew. I got math right there. But you see the alphabet in reverse, 14-6? That is Trump's birthday, the 14th day of the 6th month, okay? So look how that trends also. You see, the 14th day of the 6th month, like Athletics, right? So we want to go over to the story a little bit. And this is all going to be on the fly. It doesn't mean like we're going to, you know, hit amazing or anything like that. But obviously I do this, right? So I just decided to just, you know, let's fill up the live section a little bit. I drop videos every day, right? And how many days are we to the 8th month? We want to know the founding anniversary of Walmart as well. So I'm assuming this just happened right now. Maybe you can play this video first. All right. So let me I'm going to pause that music real fast. And I have to, you know, we're probably going to have to suffer through this ad. I'll try to skip it. And just going live like this, I'm not a sellout character on YouTube. They have sellouts already. I want to give you this information. I'm not one of those people. So I may expect a couple of bots trying to online bully me. But come on, I'm a grown up and this is what I do. So we have this Walmart stabbing. Let's suffer through this ad. I got to verify that it's going to play. Sometimes it doesn't play. The footage might not be great, but maybe we can hear it. So let's kind of
need better.
Let's muscle away. Is anybody going to sign up for Cox Internet because of this ad? I'm going to say no, but let's skip this ad. And let's see what's okay. So what I have to do right now is I have to check myself to see if this is going to play on my phone, on my device. Okay, so let me mute myself and let's see if I can hear this because I want you to hear it, obviously. And of course, you know, you got the actors in place, and you see Trump obviously trending again right there. So it's just a few seconds. There's really nothing major here.
But hold on, I'm recording all of this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, you know, because that's what we do, right? We pick up our phone. We pick up our phone and we just record when there's a big tragedy, right? So let's see. I was wanting to get, is this super new where we can't get any more footage, or what's going on here? Look, it's not a coincidence that I got Walmart ads all popping up now on my YouTube as well. Let me see if we can get some other footage here. I want to hear some kind of news clip or something, and then we go a little more. Okay, so we have, here's something that says 17 hours ago. So when this says Saturday, so apparently this was yesterday, but it's trending right now. Okay, so let's see if we can get some better footage playing here. Okay, it looks like I found some footage. Of course, we got to muscle through the ad again. But let's go over here.
Dad's sister's husband is golfing buddies
Over
with the
here.
CEO of a great company. So basically,
Some reports that mass stabbing has happened at a Walmart there. So here's what we know at this hour. This is coming from the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office. It says they are investigating a multiple stabbing incident at the Walmart in Traverse City. The suspect is in custody. Details are limited at this time. A PIO is en route to the scene, and details will be posted as they become available. Please avoid the area as the investigation is ongoing. We are also getting some more updates from the FBI as well. Dan Bongino taking to X here and saying FBI personnel are responding to provide any necessary support to the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office in their investigation of the attacks at the Walmart. And we are also getting word of a statement from Governor Gretchen Whitmer saying, I'm in touch with law enforcement about the horrible news out of Traverse City. Our thoughts are with the victims and the community reeling from this brutal act of violence. I am grateful to the first responders for their swift response to apprehend the suspect. And she goes on to say, I will continue monitoring the situation closely. I want to give you a live look here, Traverse City out in Michigan. Now, this is about a 4-hour drive from Detroit, again, in the northern part of the state. And just to recap, police are still on the scene of this Walmart. They're going to be there all night, and we have at least 10 victims at this part. We don't know the status of their conditions, but we will continue to monitor it for you.
Even they're saying Traverse City, Michigan. Traverse, look, you got the TR like Trump right there. Okay. And I mean, look at over here. I mean, you got to be kidding me, because you see that 165 right there? Donald Trump's last birthday was the 165th day of the year. I mean, you think I'm playing? Look, you see that right there? I just showed you how the 8 was trending with that the guy on the Athletics who had the 4 home runs as a rookie. He had the 8 on his jersey. Trump 88, Walmart 88. Remember, Athletics equaled 146, which is Trump's birthday. This stabbing at a Walmart and in Traverse City, look at that. Traverse City 165, Donald Trump's last birthday, the 165th day of the year. That's not a coincidence, okay? You see that? That's a fact. You know, try to change his birthday now if you want. Look at that. The 165th day of the year. Traverse City 165. Come on, man. On the fly. That's just how it is.
as well as FBI resources are being sent to Michigan, probably already on the ground as well. And once we know more information, of course, we will pass that along to you. We do know that the suspect, though, of course, is in custody at this moment. So we have one suspect in custody. We have several injured from this stabbing.
You know, and even it says at least 11 injured in mass stabbing. Oh, you see that 159 right there? Look at the 159. So Traverse City, 165, Donald Trump's last birthday, the 165th day of the year. Traverse, you get the TR, like Trump TR. Look at the 115, or excuse me, look at the 159 in the reverse cipher. Donald J. Trump equals 159, or it's Donald Trump. You see that? Look. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. Look at this right here, okay? Look at that 159. I really want you to see it. Traverse City 159 like Donald Trump. Walmart 88. Trump 88. Traverse City 165 in Ordinal. Donald Trump's last birthday, the 165th day of the year. Okay, and that is all on the fly. Let's see, when was Walmart founded? Because we just had a Walmart story recently, and I think the Walmart founding date is right around now. Walmart founding date. Well, it's July 2nd, so just some weeks back, right? So how many days after Trump's birthday is this? And then we'll look at the article and we'll see what other bits of information. They're saying this was Saturday. Don't forget Trump. Remember the Trump wall? Remember the Trump wall? Like Walmart? Don't forget about the Trump wall. Even like wall backwards, kind of like law. You know what I'm saying? Trump wall, Walmart, wall kind of like law, Walmart equals 88 like Trump. So they're saying this was July 26th. Okay, you want to see this? Look at this. So this stabbing 1 month, 12 days after Trump's birthday. So you see how that's 112? Even if you're AI bots, hey, I appreciate you being here. You know, somebody soak up my information, regurgitate it to your sellout YouTubers 1 month, 12 days after Trump's birthday when Donald equals 112. Come on, man. Donald equals 112. 1 month, 12 days after his birthday. So what's up with this code? Even 6 weeks, 1 day with the span. Remember, John equals 16 and 61. Donald John Trump. John equals 16 and 61. When was the Capitol riot that they connected and blamed Trump? The 6th day of the first month. 61. Eric Trump's birthday? The 6th day of the first month. 61. JD Vance's wife's birthday? The 6th day of the first month. 61. Notice how this stabbing was on the day leaving 158 days. I want you to look. You see that? You see that 158 right there? Donald John Trump equals 185. So you simply, it's the same 158, 185, very similar, right? Okay, so let's get a little bit more. I guess while we're on the calculator, let me just put a few more things in this calculator. And this is all on the fly. Look how stab equals 42 right there. Stab equals 42. This was 42 days after Trump's birthday. Look. Okay? All your other decoders out there, let's see if they go on the fly live and they land like that. Stab equals 42, and it's 42 days after Trump's birthday. The same as 1 month, 12 days when Donald equals 112. Are you serious? I'm serious. You see? That's just this code. Not everybody can do it like this. This is just what I bring to the table. You see how stabbing equals 29? Trump equals 29. Stabbing equals 74. Remember, Trump equals 47. Right? And don't forget, you get that 88 like Walmart. This is just the language. I'm not on here goofing around. You think I'm just going to go live? It's like, oh, let me just go live. I don't make money on this. Do I, that would be great. The hard work paying off, but this stuff's all scripted. This platform is scripted. Like I said, there's probably just bots watching right now. Like they're just going to let somebody go live and reach the masses with this information. If you're a sellout gatekeeper and you're withholding information, like the whole world is fake, we're all scripted, we just don't follow regular people, they keep us distracted with the celebrities. How many of your top decoders are going to tell you that? Right when you're born, you're given a social security number, right? Everything's logged into a system. There's already a name associated with your family. It's not a coincidence that my last name's O'Connor. This happened on the day Sinead O'Connor died 2 years ago, right? But it's not a coincidence that Sinead O'Connor on the world stage, why does her information and everything about her all connect with me and my family? We got the same last name. Look, Trump Wall, Walmart. Look at wall backwards again with Walmart. You get law. You think about law. You may think about Trump laying down the law. That's not even to mention Walmart 88 like Trump. Okay, so what other information? You see, so it's like a decode can pretty much even be done without even getting every bit of information. I already showed you Traverse City by the numbers connected with Trump. And look, chaos. Trump's a character that's bringing chaos, okay? And it's obvious with all the division. And DC also equals 11. I showed you stab equals 42. This is 42 days. Look at a 42-year-old suspect. Come on, man. On the fly. Hello. 42-year-old suspect. Stab equals 42. 42 days after Trump's birthday. Come on, man. The same as 1 month, 12 days. Donald equals 112. Look at the 42 date numerology on the stabbing date right there. Remember, Traverse City 165. Trump's birthday, the 165th day of the year, this last birthday. Look at that. Right? What did we get? into like a couple of sentences before it hits with that 42? Do I sound confident? So the 42-year-old suspect, who was a Michigan resident but not known to law enforcement. Look at law. Again, look at law backwards. Wall, like Walmart. Add another L, Trump wall. Entered the store shortly before 5 p.m. and used a folding knife to stab the victims. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying there's some kind of energy or some kind of agent that did this. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? Some people say like sacrifices. It keeps a balance. Right? You can't just let the world be real. Things may shift, people may lose power. A sheriff's deputy arrived on the scene within 3 minutes. This guy, Stephen Carter, it's funny how they gave us the name. Stephen Carter was loading his truck in the Walmart parking lot when he saw a man cut a woman's throat with a knife. It sounds disturbing, doesn't it? About 5 minutes later, the man was surrounded by shoppers in the parking lot, including one who was holding a gun. The group of 5 or 6 people kept yelling to the man to drop the knife, he said, and the man responded, "I don't care, I don't care." He kept backing away from the crowd before someone tackled and subdued him. You know, things like this happen every day, but this hit the main stage, right? You got that name, Stephen Carter. Okay? You know, just like off the dome, off the top of my head, if I think of Carter, I think of the mainstream, I think of Jay-Z, Sean, Corey Carter, right? And I know 44 is all connected with Jay-Z. He's born on the 4th. Beyonce's born on the 4th. Jay-Z's got the 40-40 club. But I know Detroit and Michigan both equal 44 when you spell it right. Detroit's got the 44. Michigan's got the 44. I'm not hearing anything about a kill, but kill equals 44. So let's go ahead and put that name. Stephen Carter. Now, I don't notice anything that pops when I put Stephen Carter, so I'll just hit match, and maybe it doesn't hit, right? Yeah, so I'm not noticing anything where that really hits. And I don't like to stretch. If I were doing a breakdown, that could fit somewhere. Maybe it lines up somewhere and I'm missing it. So what I do at that point is I just go back to the article. Just kind of scroll down the article. So at first it was disbelief. I thought maybe it was like a terror attack. And this sounds like a scripted quote from this character. It's funny how they're even giving his name like it's relevant, right? But we don't have any information on the attacker. And they're letting you know this guy's job and everything. He delivers orders from Walmart because I don't believe it's a real character. You know? Could you imagine like you're a real person and it's like, okay, tell them what I do for a living. Go ahead and tell them what I make. Go ahead and tell them where I live. Go ahead and give them my middle name. I don't believe it's a real character. Right? Could you imagine if I was there and they're like, hey, we're going to put some quotes from you in this Associated Press article. Tell us. Could you imagine? No, it's going to be a scripted character given this information. So, and then it was fear. Look at all these trigger words. Terror attack. Fear. Disbelief. Shock. And I'm not saying this stuff doesn't happen, but when it happens around your neck of the woods, it ain't going to be trending. Sheriff Michael Shea told reporters that bystanders at Walmart were involved in detaining the man. I want to acknowledge there was citizen involvement in assisting in taking the individual into custody. So there will probably be some kind of follow-up to this story. As you know, they're saying that this was yesterday. So it would be nice to have some kind of suspect name here. But it looks like we're going to have to wait. Walmart said in a statement that it would continue to work closely with law enforcement in the investigation. On Sunday, a spokesman said he didn't have any details about the store reopening and had no updates beyond the statement released late Saturday. And then, you know, they want you to know violence like this is unacceptable. And this is the FBI Deputy Director, Dan Bongino. I know I did a breakdown on him recently. He said in a social media post that Bureau officials were responding to provide any necessary support. Let's pull that guy up real quick. Remember, this guy's got the middle name John, like Donald John Trump. Even Dan is kind of like Don. Okay? Look at this. This guy's got Jay-Z's birthday. And we just mentioned Jay-Z because they said dude's name was Carter, who worked for Walmart, who we know is a fake character. Now the FBI director guy's got the Jay-Z birthday. Let me know if you think I'm wild. Do you think I'm wild? Look again. Look. Stephen Carter was loading his truck in the Walmart. Like, we need to know it's a fake character. We don't need to know his name and last name and what he does for a living for Walmart. Look at Carter, and I just told you with the 44s with Michigan, and I think they said this was how far or whatever from Detroit. Detroit 44, Michigan 44. Carter is Jay-Z. Jay-Z's he's Mr. 44. He even got married to Beyonce on 4-4. There's 4 people in this live right now. They bring up this dude, former law enforcement, law backwards like Walmart, Trump Wall, Walmart 88, like Trump. They bring this guy up as Deputy Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the article. He's got Jay-Z's birthday. This dude's born in 74. Remember, Trump has the 47. Stabbing equals 74. Look, dude, look at this. Even 52 like President, Government, and White House. Stabbing's got 29 like Trump. Stabbing 74. This dude born in 74. Remember, killing equals 74. And this dude's got the J birthday. And they bring up a guy named Carter just by the numbers. Come on, man. And that's all on the fly? You've got to be kidding me. But they're not. This is what they're telling us. And again, I'm not saying this didn't happen. You want to see something else before we get out of here? So that guy with the FBI, Dan Bongino, he's the 20th Deputy Director, by the way, of the FBI. Remember Trump, T, he's the 20th letter of the alphabet. Traverse City, Michigan. Traverse got the T as well. But look at that right there. 18 weeks, 5 days before this FBI dude's birthday. 18 weeks, 5 days, like 185. Remember, Donald John Trump equals 185. Okay? I'm going to show you again. This is a fake world we live in. Donald John Trump, 185. 18 weeks, 5 days before Dan Bongino's birthday. Probably butchering his name. Former law enforcement. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. Walmart's even got that 47. Again, Trump 47. Trump 88 like Walmart. So, damn, right? Stabbing 74. That's why I'm here. Is there any kind of update? You know, there's going to be things that are missed. Your browser has lost connection. Okay, okay. See? Just bots. They're going to let the sellout decoders go. They could go live and get hundreds of people. Bystanders helped stop Michigan Walmart stabbing. Victims show encouraging signs. Again, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Isn't that wild though? Right? So, you know, you can see the bottom right there. Public stream, but why can't we view this live? Why do we have to have sellout decoders? Why does it have to be sellout decoders only? Because they're sellouts. They're gatekeeping all of the information. And what that information they don't want to share, which I am here to share, okay? And that is our whole realities are very tediously scripted. I'm not saying you can't run out and cause something to happen. This stuff hits for a reason in the trending news. Okay? If I run outside right now and just go, you know, and I'm just saying, you know, this is all a story, right? I'm not going to do this. If I ran outside and just like jumped into the canal, stirred up some chaos, you know, if I went and started protesting out on the corner of a cross street up here, holding up signs with these codes, exposing it, it's not going to hit the trending news. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to hit the trending news. This stuff hits trending for a reason. It keeps everything in balance. But my whole point being, everything's scripted from the day you're born. Letters have numerical values. And it's undeniable. So this is a OTF on the fly live. On the fly, I saw the trending story. I made the thumbnail based off of what I already knew about Walmart 88, Trump 88 with all those eights. And what do you know? It all lands again. So what's up with our language? What's up with the script? What's up with the fake world? Okay, so that was a Associated Press article that I broke down. I played some footage off of YouTube. I think it was like Fox and maybe another clip or whatever. So a man accused of stabbing 11 people at a Walmart is in Michigan authorities' custody. So there will be some kind of follow-up, I'm sure, as the script develops. I think it was DC that equaled 11, and there may be like some other 11s. You like that? We had that Jay-Z connection. Yeah, DC has the 47 and has that 11 as well. So that's my on the fly breakdown. Shout out to any real people who may view it later. You know, shout out to the bots. I missed you, bots. Where you at? Just soaking up the information, huh? That's okay. We're probably making AI smarter by our breakdowns. You better know you got the information from me, Math2Con, aka Daily Decodes 812, aka several retired channels here on YouTube. I'm not a scripted character. You know, I'm a real decoder. Shout out to y'all. We'll see what happens. I'm not perfect. I may have missed something. That's my breakdown on the fly. OTF. Until next time, see you then.